Welcome to Step 1. This video will show you the top 10 mysterious places in the world. You will see real places with unexplained mysterious history. Some videos are scary and disturbing. So sit tight and do not turn off the light of your room. Please click on subscribe button for more great content. Number 10. Aokigahara Forest, Japan. Aokigahara is a dense forest that lies at the base of Mount Fuji in Japan. Aokigahara is also known as the Japan's Demon Forest, the Suicide Forest and the perfect place to die. This unique forest, which is very quiet with hardly any wildlife, has turned into a common spot among the Japanese to end their lives. The locals who live near Aokigahara said they could easily identify three types of visitors who head to this infamous forest: the trekkers, the curious, and those planning a one-way trip. In 2003, 105 bodies were found in the forest, exceeding the previous record of 78 in 2002. In 2010 the police recorded more than 200 people having attempted suicide in the forest. Local authorities have put up suicide prevention signs at the forest entrance. The signs read, "Your life is something precious that was given to you by your parents." The internet is littered with disturbing images from the suicide forest. And stay on the path. Number 9. Island of the Dead Dolls, Mexico. The Island of the Dolls, located in the channels of Xochimilco, south of the center of Mexico City. The Island of the Dolls is the current home of hundreds of terrifying, mutilated dolls. Their severed limbs, decapitated heads, and black eyes adorn trees, fences and nearly every available surface. The dolls appear menacing even in the bright light of midday, but in the dark they are particularly haunting. The story goes that the island's only inhabitant, Don Julian Santana, found the body of a drowned child in the canal some 50 years ago. He was haunted by her death, so when he saw a doll floating by in the canal soon after, he hung it in a tree to please the girl. He hoped to both appease her tortured soul and protect the island from further evil. The story took a particularly sinister turn in 2001 when Don Julian drowned in the canal just like the little girl. Many people said that the dolls, inhabited by tortured spirits, conspired to murder the old man. The Island of Dolls story is considered by many as fictional, and simply told by the hermit to explain his bizarre collection of dolls, while visitors to the island claim dolls have whispered to them, while some superstitiously believe that the dolls awaken during the night. Number 8. The Catacombs of Paris. The Catacombs of Paris are underground ossuaries in Paris, France, which hold the remains of more than 6 million people in a small part of a tunnel network built to consolidate Paris' ancient stone quarries. They cover over 320 kilometers of tunnels, some still unmapped, 20 meters under the city of Paris. The Catacombs of Paris are hundreds of miles long. However, only around 1 mile of this area is open for public exploration. The rest is deemed to be unsafe, and hence, is illegal to visit. Once inside the ossuary, one can see impressive structures of bones, which are neatly grouped in stacks or other creative patterns according to the cemeteries that they came from. Several secret entrances to the tunnels are scattered across the city. Many manholes also have access points into the catacombs. However, visiting these areas without official permission is illegal since November 2, 1955. It is also a known fact that, in the 19th century, several people lived within the catacombs. In fact, a group of communards killed some monarchists in one of the chambers in 1871. Number 7. Easter Island, a Chilean territory, is a remote volcanic island in Polynesia. Its native name is Rapa Nui. It's famed for archaeological sites, including nearly 900 monumental statues called moai, created by inhabitants during the 13th–16th centuries. The moai are carved human figures with oversized heads, often resting on massive stone pedestals called as. There are nearly 900 moai on Easter Island, in various stages of construction. The average size of a moai statue is 13 feet tall and 14 tons. Built to honor a chieftain or important people, the natives believe the spirit of the person would forever watch over the tribe and bring good fortune. Number 6. The Great Pyramids of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza are the oldest and sole remaining intact wonder of the 7 wonders of the ancient world.
It required 2.5 million stone blocks to be cut, moved and positioned. Some of the stones are limestone quarried from near the site, but the larger granite stones came from Aswan, over 500 miles away. Historians estimate that over 100,000 people were involved in the construction of the pyramids of Giza. Egyptians erected these pyramids with stones that weigh about 5 to 10 tons per piece. All of these stones were hoisted and laid one by one on top of each other.
Despite the scorching heat that can often be felt in Egypt, The temperature inside the pyramids remains a constant 20°, the average temperature on Earth. The three pyramids of Giza are aligned exactly to be in line with the three stars of Orion Belt. While creating a faithful mimicry of the Orion Belt, the three pyramids of Giza actually point directly towards Orion's belt. Number 5. Stonehenge is a prehistoric monument in Wiltshire, England, 2 miles west of Amesbury. It consists of a ring of standing stones, each around 13 feet high, 7 feet wide, and weighing around 25 tons. Despite extensive research and theorizing, today we are really no closer to understanding how the stones were put there and why. Although Stonehenge's full purpose is still shrouded in mystery, anthropologists can say with certainty that in the period before the first large stones appeared, the monument served as a resting place for cremated remains. The 56 pits or aubrey holes in the area are now known to have housed the remains of at least 64 Neolithic people. Within Stonehenge, there are two main types of stones. The large verticals and arches are made of sarsen, a type of sandstone that is common in the region. The smaller stones are known as bluestones. While they're not all that blue, they appear to have a slight bluish tint when they're wet. The giant three-piece arches for which Stonehenge is known are called trilithons. Number 4. The Great Blue Hole. The Great Blue Hole is a giant marine sinkhole off the coast of Belize. It lies near the center of Lighthouse Reef, a small atoll 70 kilometers from the mainland and Belize City. The Great Blue Hole is a part of the larger Belize Barrier Reef System, and is a World Heritage Site of the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. It's measured at 125 meters at its deepest point, more than enough to force divers to carefully plan their descent and ascent in order to avoid decompression sickness. The circulation of water in these sinkholes is very poor, since their shape prevents much current flow. After a certain depth the water is often anoxic, meaning that they are depleted of oxygen. The Great Blue Hole's deep blue color is caused by the high transparency of water and bright white carbonate sand. The uniqueness of the Belize Hole came to light first when the world-renowned explorer of the time Jacques-Yves Cousteau made a pioneering discovery about its in-depth coffers with the help of his vessel, the Calypso, in the early 1970s. Number 3. Ijen Volcano, Indonesia. The crater lake of Ijen volcano is the largest acid lake in the world. The lake's shore is a natural deposit of sulfur, which is extracted here for more than 700 years. The incredible color of the lake is due to the acidity of the water, which is a mixture of hydrochloric and sulfuric acids and dissolved metals. Kawah Ijen Crater Lake, at the top of the volcano, is the world's largest such body of water filled with hydrochloric acid. In fact, it's the acid that makes the water green. Depending on the volcano's activity, the lake can change its color from turquoise to green and even gray. Under the lake there is volcano magma that is called lava when it comes to the surface. As the lake is very deep with dense water, magma remains locked at the bottom. Blue flames phenomenon is caused when the volcano's sulfuric gases come into contact with air temperature above 360 degrees Celsius. The water can be transparent, or can be muddy and milky white. It is amazing the way the view changes every day and sometimes even several times a day. This beautiful warm crater lake with its blue-green water looks very inviting, but it is corrosive and dangerous. The crater of Kawah Ijen is about 960 meters x 600 meters with a depth of 200 meters and contains water so acidic that it can dissolve clothes and human flesh. Number 2. Door to Hell or Gates of Hell. The Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Door to Hell or Gates of Hell, is a natural gas field collapsed into a cavern located in Derwaz, Turkmenistan. Geologists intentionally set it on fire to prevent the spread of methane gas, and it is thought to have been burning continuously since 1971. The gas reserve found here is one of the largest in the world. The gas crater has a total area of 5,350 square meters, the size of an American football field. The surrounding area is also popular for wild desert camping. The name Door to Hell was given to the field by the locals, referring to the fire, boiling mud, and orange flames in the large crater, which has a diameter of 70 meters, 230 feet. The site was identified by Soviet engineers in 1971. It was originally thought to be a substantial oil field site. The engineers set up a drilling rig and camped nearby, and started drilling operations to assess the quantity of oil available at the site. When they instead found gas, the ground beneath the drilling rig and camp collapsed into a wide crater and disappeared. Expecting dangerous releases of poisonous gases from the cavern into nearby towns, the engineers thought it best to burn the gas off. It was estimated that the gas would burn out within a few weeks, but it has instead continued to burn since then. Number 1. The Bermuda Triangle. The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle or Hurricane Alley, is a loosely defined region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have disappeared under mysterious circumstances. Bermuda is an exposed island, because of which storms across all directions, and off the coast converge to make a deadly phenomenon called the rogue waves. These waves are known to be steep and high, causing a lot of damage in the landscape. Scientists have claimed that the force of these deadly rogue waves is responsible for some of the mysterious, unexplained disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle. Bermuda Triangle, section of the North Atlantic Ocean off North America in which more than 50 ships and 20 airplanes are said to have mysteriously disappeared. Aircraft ships have been reported and then vanished, and rescue missions are said to have vanished when flying in the area. However, wreckage has not been found, and some of the theories advanced to explain the repeated mysteries have been fanciful.